Hi everyone, it's Penny Black and Jill Foster here with a new PB&J card class. As I said in the last couple of videos, I apologize in advance for my croaky voice. I am getting over being sick, so I appreciate your patience, all of your kind words and encouragement, and I hope my voice doesn't drive you crazy in this video. Today we're continuing with our Flowers and Frames video series. We have this video and one more to go. Today I am going to be working with some die cut flowers and our waves frame die cut. So in my envelope that I prepped in advance, you'll see I have the waves frame cut, the interior piece saved, and our Company of Flowers die cut. Everything is cut from Bristol smooth paper. You could use any type of smooth cardstock for this. And I'm going to start working on the background first. So I'm inking up that interior piece using an ink blending tool and a foam pad, using some Forest Moss Distress ink and a little bit of Memento Toffee Crunch ink, starting off of the edge and working my way on in a circular motion. Once that is done, I'm going to stamp our So Lucky stamp. I love this grass for kind of creating a background on these frames. And I'm just going to stamp that right onto that interior piece. And I did that with the Forest Moss Distress ink. Now I want to be able to move this around as one piece like I've done in other videos in this series. So I'm just going to tape that interior piece to one of the wave frames, and then I can move it around as one piece. I also went ahead and stamped my sentiment on there too. And I cut multiple 3 of the waves die, and I'm going to glue them right on top of each other just to give this some extra dimension. It's a little touch, you don't have to do it, but I'm kind of addicted to doing it now because I really like what that little touch does to kind of elevate and make a clean and simple card look finished and give it that special something. So I've got all 3 of those on there. And really, this piece like this, you could put anything with this. You could put flowers with this. You could put a critter, a teddy bear, anything on top of that with that as your background. So really versatile. So here I've got the Company of Flowers die cut. Again, I cut this from Bristol smooth paper, but any type of smooth paper would work. And I've just used a piece of masking tape on top of a piece of scratch paper to hold these in place while I color them. I'm using an ink blending tool and foam pads. I first put on some picked raspberry. Now I'm using just a regular ink blending tool. Now I have a fingertip dauber, which lets me just have a little bit more control and put that ink towards the center of the flower. And I use some barn door. So I'm kind of mixing the pinks and the reds on here. And I did go back after I did it. I thought I think I wanted a little bit darker, so I went ahead and put a little bit of that picked raspberry back on, and I'm just doing a very light touch of Seedless Preserve. So this gives us some purples, some pinks, some reds, just some great variation. Now on the leaves and the stem, I'm going to first start with Evergreen Bough Distress ink, and all of the colors, all of the Penny Black supplies, everything I'm using is listed for you down in that YouTube description box. Now I'm using kind of a gentle pouncing motion to apply that ink because that stem is pretty delicate. And then with a fingertip dauber, I'm going to add some Forest Moss Distress ink towards sort of the base of those leaves and then working my way up the stem. Now you will see I did cut the full flowers twice, the large one and the small one, and then I got a couple extras of just the top of the flowers that I will use to layer in just a moment. So I finished coloring all of those and I trimmed off the little stem piece and then I layered those right on top, and it's just a really pretty dimensional way to use those. I actually got the idea from Pete Roven and a card she made with this, and I will put a link to that card down below. You've got to check it out if you like this die set. Now I'm going to layer these with part of the flowers behind my frame die and part in front. Just a fun little thing to add a little extra interest. So I glued down the center of that larger flower that's in the back. Then with foam tape, I'm going to pop up that background that we already made. Another reason why it's really nice to be able to move that around just as one piece. And here I'll just play around with how I want to layer this smaller flower on top. just fiddling around here. Once I got it where I want it, I'll put a little glue behind the center of that flower. And I'm just putting the glue towards the center so the petals keep a little bit of that great dimension. A little bit of glue there where they touch the frame. And then a little foam tape I will sneak in here behind those leaves that are going down in the front. Finally, I'm just going to add some self-adhesive pearls to the center of the flowers. And that's it. The card is complete. So here is another look at the finished card. Another great way to do flowers and frames, this time with die cuts. Keeping with that theme but not getting bored. And here is another version with a stamped flower that has been painted and use the cutout die in front of that waves frame. I hope you enjoyed today's video, that you're subscribed. You can keep following us on Facebook, Twitter, as well as Instagram, our website and blog. Everything's linked for you down below. And again, thanks for watching and happy stamping.